Hey, break timers, it's Patrick McMullen, and welcome back to episode 80 in the latest Break Time U Learning Sprint. And the original guest, David Nour, is back to talk about networking, something we all think we know how to do, but he's an expert at. This episode brought to you by Odyssey Functional Energy. Look for it in your local break room market. So listen in and enjoy.
One of the questions I'm often asked is, I'm not an extrovert. How do I begin to network or build relationships? I see maybe the salespeople or the marketing people or investor relations or media people in our company do all this external networking. They go to events, they go to conferences, they take our clients out to lunch. I'm just not them. I'm an introvert. So how do I do this? Well, a couple of things you need to know, and here's a few tips that might be useful to you. Number one, in all of our research, all of our experiences, introverts often build some of the best relationships. Now, it may take them a little while, and it may take you a little while to kind of get to know people. And you might be guarded, or you might be quiet and distant, and it may take someone a little time to get to know you. But once they get to know you, the interesting thing about introverts is what you see is what you get. So they're authentic out of the gate, and they don't come across as sleazy or agenda-driven, and that's endearing to a lot of people. So first and foremost, be you. You can't be me. You can't be anybody else. Be you. And if you may have heard me say in a previous sprint, authenticity matters more than ever before. So introverts build phenomenal relationships. They believe in them. They show up. They add value. It just may take them a little while. Number two, there's this idea of curse of knowledge. And there's an old story of a retail salesperson who didn't know anything about selling air conditioners. And, as customers walked up and they asked him questions he didn't know, and he would say, well, let's go look at the box and kind of figure it out together. And in a month, he did really well. So the managers are all thinking, if he does that without knowing anything about the air conditioners, why don't we send him to air conditioning school? He comes back with all this knowledge about different sizes and shapes, and he has a really terrible month selling. It turned out that when he didn't know as much, right, he turned up his curiosity and empathy and really listened and understood what his customers were looking for. When he did go and learn a whole bunch, he didn't really care about all those things. He just wanted to share that product knowledge. So everybody's favorite topic, as you can guess, is themselves. And what introverts do really well is they listen, whereas extroverts may kind of bowl people over with, let me tell you how smart I am, or let me tell you all this great information that person doesn't really need or want to know. Number three, trust is absolutely the foundation of every relationship. It is really difficult, as you may have experienced in your own work and life, to build over some period of time, and very easy to destroy or certainly dilute very quickly. So there's been a lot written about trust. I just want to give you a very simple definition. Trust equals credibility. You know more about your work, what it is that you do, your space, your industry, your company, plus empathy. You can be quiet long enough to understand where I'm coming from, multiplied by consistency. So if you put your knowledge with empathy and do that consistently over time, that's how you earn someone's trust. Here's the key with trust. Just like relationships, it can't be told. It has to be felt. So my tip for you is stop telling people to trust me, because they don't. They need to feel that you can be trusted. You're competent, you're capable, you're very good at what you do. You can listen to what the other person needs, and when you consistently deliver that over time, that's when they start to feel that I can trust Susan or John or Hector's the go-to guy for that piece of what we need. I often coach people, number four, to be the agenda setter. What that means is English is incredibly powerful as a language. Guide the conversation. Guide the conversation that the other person is really looking forward to going, which is to believe you, believe in you, buy from you, buy into your ideas and perspectives. But you want to guide the agenda, guide the conversation towards those outcomes. Last but not least, I said earlier, some people walk in and let me tell you how smart I am and how great I am at doing whatever. And I've always believed you can do a much better job in conveying your credibility through the questions you ask, not necessarily the solutions or ideas you provide. You want better answers from your relationships? Start asking better questions. Introvert or extrovert, building fabulous, productive, value-based relationships is something that you can learn, and I hope you'll do that through these sprints. My name is David, and I'll see you in the next sprint.